Okay, just got loaded. Unfortunately, they didn't have a BOL for me, so I made my own. In case I get pulled over, I can show them what I have. Also, to get paid, you need to submit a BOL. Even though if it's your own, it doesn't matter. You still have to have one with you at the scale. So I have that ready to go. Okay guys, let's go ahead and do some miles. I think I have 590 miles to go. Let's get this done, boys and girls. How about that? Well, hello everyone, my name is Yusuf and thank you for tuning in. Let's get to the business. I picked this load up from Colorado Springs and it's going to Salt Lake City, Utah. Now this is not one of those loads where it's actually paying good. This is not paying that great, and I'll tell you why. Because I am in Denver. Denver is pretty much the Florida of the Midwest. it sure is. Every time I come to Denver, I have to leave the Denver area with a fairly low rate. In this case, I had to leave pretty much for like $1.38 per mile. This load is paying $900 on 590 loaded miles and 70 deadhead miles. Okay, so let me tell you why I accepted this low rate. Basically, today is Thursday. I got offloaded yesterday, so when I woke up in the morning, I was just ready to book me a load. So I am in a bad area. Denver is not a great area. So, and today is Thursday. I did not want to spend an entire day trying to find a $2 a mile load, because like if I do that, basically I'm gambling. By the time like the afternoon comes around, let's say 3 or 4, and I book a load for $2 a mile, and guess what, it's not gonna go too far. Maybe by Friday afternoon I'll have to deliver that, meaning that means that I have to spend my Saturday and Sunday in a truck stop, because the flatbed places, they don't open on the weekends. They only work Monday through Friday. And guess what, this load is going, what, I think I already mentioned 590 miles, which means tomorrow morning I get to deliver this load and find another load in a better area, because Salt Lake is much better area than Denver, to be honest with you. And I will find the load from Salt Lake City going to, let's say, either Washington State or like California or something like that, where the rates are actually much better. Yeah, another thing I was gonna mention to you guys about is that when I called in, the broker said that this is supposed to weigh 14,000 pounds, but I just went through a DOT weigh station and it pretty much weighs maybe 8,400 pounds or something like that, so half of what he stated, which is pretty good. I am very glad that my load is low, because it's so windy right now. I think by the time I get to the highway 84 or something, or 82, then I'll get to like plain areas, the areas where it's actually wide, and I think the wind, the speed of the wind is like 60 miles an hour. So when you have a high load, that's concerning. Last time I came through this area, I had a high cubed 40-foot empty container, and you know what, that was the most scariest ride I have ever done. As I was driving, I saw like 4 or 5 semi trucks rolled over on the side of the highway because of that, you know, and I did not want to be the 5th or 6th one. So I just drove very slow and came here safely. But when I went down, I saw the sign saying, hey, the highway is closed for high profile and light vehicles. So if you actually see those kind of signs, either slow down or get off the highway and call the dispatcher or the broker and say, hey, I cannot get to that location today. Let's wait for the winds to calm down first, and then get on the road. Anyways, enough talking. Let's get on the road and get some miles done. And I am on my way to Salt Lake City, Utah. One thing that you guys need to do, for those who are looking to get into a trucking industry, you need to make sure whenever you have a load, before you leave the shipper, give the receiving end a call, because like 9 out of 10 times they don't know what's coming on their way, so they're not prepared for it. If they are a small company or something like that, where they do not have enough forklifts or anything, they do not know about the load. So when you get there, they are not prepared. What happens when you get there? You're gonna have to wait. And if it says specifically on your rate confirmation to give the receiver and the call, then it's on you, and you're not gonna get paid a dime, because it was your responsibility to give them a call, right? So I went ahead and spent 1 minute out of my time and called the shipper and said, hey, I am on my way now. I'll be there first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. So just be prepared for me. Something like that. Well, good morning, everyone. Guys, please tell me if this is not a beautiful place. I'm currently in Utah Welcome Center on Highway 80 going west. So it is so beautiful. I slept here last night, but you know what? The temperature was like 22 degrees. When I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, the temperature read 22 degrees. I did not idle the truck, so I was a bit cold. I mean, the inside of the truck was cold, but I was warm because I was sleeping in a sleeping bag. But now, today is Friday, so I need to find me a load first and then get out of here. But it is so beautiful to spend the night at the rest areas and welcome centers, because it's so quiet, you know, versus like the truck stops. Just they have all the trucks, they're iron, right? And it's just it makes you hate your life. But the places like this makes you wanna truck even more. But yeah, let's get on the road, guys. Without further ado, I got 45 more minutes to go to my destination. Let's deliver these push boxes and let's find us another load and get out of here. My hands are freezing. Alright guys, just like that, my trailer is empty. Now the real challenge is on, which is to find a load today that will get me through the weekend. Anyway, well, good morning everyone. I finally found me a load out of Salt Lake City, Utah. I was waiting around for 4 hours now, and then finally found me a load. What the load is, I don't know. I don't know what the commodity is that I'm hauling, but I called the lady and she was paying $1,400 on 650 miles, and she asked if I had a 40-foot Hotshot. I said yes, and she said, it's just your trailer not more than 38 inches pretty much. And I said, yeah, my trailer is 36 inches above the ground. And she says, yeah, okay, and how long of a strap do you have? I said I have 30 feet long straps. And she said, well, that will work. And I did not bother asking what the freight was. So I'm curious what the freight is. I'm waiting for her to send over the rate confirmation. I filled up the carrier packet. She did not require this whole, you know, when they send you like 10 pages of carrier packets and you're supposed to fill it out. She only required the MC license, the insurance, and a W-9. That was pretty much it. Very easy. I sent her the documents, and I'm just waiting for the rate confirmation. I actually asked her for another $100 extra. So I'm like, could you do $1,500 on 350 miles? And she said, yeah, I sure can do it, because I thought it was a high cube container. I'm assuming it's a high cube container. I'm just waiting for the rate confirmation. Once she sends that over, we will find out what we're hauling, and we were gonna go ahead and pick that up. Anyways, this will do it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.